Octavio Morales must have been the target. Maybe he'd tried to collect a debt from the wrong person. Only guys like this tend to be the perpetrators, not the victims. "What do you think, March?" I turned to find Captain Hedges at the front door, his white dress shirt translucent with sweat underneath his gray suit. He slips his aviators off and tucks them into his breast pocket, leaving one of the curled earpieces to dangle free. "You asking me?" He looks around. "Is there another March in the room?" So I'm the designated tour guide. I can't recall the last time Hedges spoke to me directly, so I better not complain. After soaking up some ambience up front, I lead him down the hallway, back across the body hanging out of the bathroom. "Looks like a hit on a local loan shark," I say. "A guy by the name of Octavio Morales. His body's in here." When we enter the bedroom, activity halts. Lorenz and the other detectives perk up like hunting dogs, while the technicians pause over their spatter marks and surface dusting. Hedges acknowledges them all with a nod, then motions for me to continue. Before I can oblige, though, Lorenz is already cutting between us. "I'm the lead on this," he says, ushering the captain toward the bed. And just like that, I'm forgotten. According to my wife, when a woman reaches a certain age, she disappears. People stop noticing she's in the room. Not that this has ever happened to Charlotte, quite the reverse, but I'm beginning to understand the feeling. Beginning? Who am I kidding? I've been invisible for a long time. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't such a big event. An ordinary murder doesn't pull the crowds, but call in a house full of dead gangbangers and every warm body on the 6th floor turns up. The call came in during a lull in my special duties, and I couldn't resist the itch. It's been a while since I've gotten to work a fresh murder scene. "Looks like he was trying to hold the door shut," Lorenz is saying, miming the actions as he describes them. "They put some rounds on the door, blam blam, and he goes reeling back, drops his gun over there." He points out the Taurus 9mm on the carpet, a pimp special complete with gold trigger. "Then they kick the door in and light him up." Lorenz stands over the corpse of Octavio Morales, wielding his air shotgun. He even works the pump, leaving out the sound effects this time. The gesture reminds me just how young this guy is to be in homicide, how inexperienced. While he's talking, I edge my way alongside the bed, putting some distance between myself and the group converging around the captain. This saves them the trouble of having to shove me aside. The house is basically a squat. The property belongs to the bank, another foreclosure. There's no telling when Morales and his crew decided to move in, but they didn't exactly improve the place over time. The shiny brass headboard seems brand new, but the lumpy mattress is too big, drooping over the sides, and the bedding must have been salvaged from the dump. The sheets were rigid with filth long before Morales died there. My skin itches just looking at them. I kneel and lift the sheets off the floor, peering underneath the bed. There's no point, really. The technicians have already been here, but I feel the need to look busy. The window on the front wall casts sunlight onto the far side of the bed. My eye goes to a dark line of filament silhouetted against the light, a length of cord hanging from the mattress frame. Probably nothing, but I circle around for a closer look, jostling Lorenz and a craggy-faced detective named Aguilar, who's busy explaining to the uninterested captain the significance of Morales's tats. I crouch by the headboard, sunlight to my back, and start feeling underneath the frame for the hanging line. Once I find it, it feels like parachute cord. I trace the line back to the knot, then duck my head down for a look. What I see stops my heart for a couple of beats. Maybe it's just the angle of my head, but the knot is secured around the mattress frame, and the end looks neatly severed with barely a hint of fraying. A fresh cut, made while the cord was drawn taut. "Did anyone see this?" I ask. When I glance up, nobody's looking my way. If they heard me, they're giving no sign. I scoot to the foot of the bed, running my hand over the frame. Sure enough, another knot. This time it's sliced close, leaving no dangling end. Returning to the other side,